சிவா திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். நம பார்வதி பதையே ஹரஹர மகாதேவா. தென்னாடுடைய சிவனை போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். I take pleasure in worshipping the golden feet of Srila Shri Gurumukha Sannidhanangal, who holds 24th Gurupida of Thiru Kailaya Paramparai, Meikanda Sandhanam, Thiru Avadudurai Adinam, with the grace of Sri Gnanama Nadaraja Perumal, Adina Guru Mudalvar Sri Namashivaya Muktigal, and Adina Kuladeivam Srimad Madhava Sivanyana Yogigal, with my mind, speech, and body. Today we are going to discuss on the topic of the incredible life and wisdom of Sri Arulnandhi Sivam in the seminar, which is being held online under the divine guidance and blessings of Sri Gurumukha Sannidhanangal on the occasion of Purattasi Puram Sri Arulnandhi Sivam Guru Pujai 2025. 800 years ago, a Sivacharya with a special name of Sagala Agama Pandita lived in the place of Tirutturayur in the Central Kingdom. He studied Tamil grammar, literature, Saiva Tirumurai, and Vedic Agama systematically and followed them properly. He was a person who cherished and maintained good morals. He used to explain and teach the meanings of the scriptures to many mature students. Meanwhile, a divine being named Sri Meikanda Sivam incarnated in Thiruvannamalur at the age of 2. He had received the divine wisdom from the Thirukailaya tradition and had written a book of wisdom called Sivanyana Bodham, which explains the truth of reality. He used to teach it to the souls who had attained maturity. Hearing this, Sivacharya went to Thiruvannamalur to witness this amazing miracle. He found Sri Meikanda Sivam in the monastery where he was. He was then explaining to his disciples about the nature of the Moolamala. An impulse arose in the heart of Sagalagama Pandit. He came and stood before Sri Meikanda Sivam. What is the nature of the Moolamala? He asked. Sri Meikanda Sivam saw Pandit Sivacharya standing in front of him and asking questions. He realized his maturity. He realized by the grace of the Lord that he was worthy to be conquered by him. He looked at the person standing upright from head to toe and from toe to head, and pointed to the position he was standing in with the index finger of his right hand. The inner darkness of Sivacharya changed, just as the outer darkness of the dawn changes, and the inner darkness of the one who applied holy ash on his forehead changes. Like a flash of lighting in a dark cloud, the light shone in his consciousness. The one who is before us here is the Lord, who preached Vedas and Agamas from the shades of a stone banyan tree that day. He has come in front of a child, concealing the signs like 4 shoulders, Jadamudi, the third eye, and shining blue throat as an acharya of grace and wisdom. He realized that what he was referring to was the excrement that writes our knowledge and gives us arrogance so that he cannot realize the acharya in the form of that child. Immediately, he fell down and prayed to the Lord Meikanda to place his holy feet on his head. What a surprise! He realized that his natural state, the blissful light of the Lord's natural enlightenment, filled him like the light of a diamond, the fragrance of a flower, and the coolness of a sandalwood. He stands up and praises the Acharya Murti. Kannudalum கண்டக்கரையும் கறந்து அருளி மண்ணிடையான் மாக்கல் மலமகற்றும் வெண்ணை நல்லூர் மெய்கண்டான் என்று ஒரு கால் மேவுவரான் வேறியின்மை கை கண்டார் உள்ளத்துக்கான். That means the third eye and the throat of shining blue concealed to ride the ills of man on earth did come. Meigandan of Thiruvannamalur, to see him once will make God and seer one. Sivacharya expresses his realization that Sri Meikanda Sivam and Lord Shiva are not different. It is a form of penance to contemplate and enjoy the divine history of the Guru on the auspicious day of his Guru Puja. Today, our Acharya Murti, Sri Arulnandhi Sivam's Guru Puja day. So, we will discuss as much as possible about the divine history of our Acharya Murti. Tirutturayur Sri Arulnandhi Sivam is the second Guru in the Meganda Sandhanam lineage, succeeded Sri Meganda Sivam. He had written noble work such as Sivanyana Siddhya and Iruba Irupadu, which are fundamental texts in Saivasidhandha. Between the Tonda kingdom and Chola kingdom lies Tirumunaipadi kingdom. Tonda kingdom is also a land of sags. The union is a place of greatness that gives strength unto the soul. The Chola kingdom is also rich in rice. So, it has the glory of helping the body to strengthen. Being between these two kingdoms is the central kingdom. The goal of the people is to achieve spiritual strength through physical strength. The central kingdom is esteemed by giving us both physical strength and spiritual strength. The central kingdom, which is the middle of the three objects of Padi, Pasu, and Pasam, is the name of the country because it constantly reminds us the objects to be achieved. And the pride of this country can be known from divine Chekilar. மரம் தரு தீநெறி மாற மணிகண்டர் வாய்மை நெறி அருந்தரு நாவுக்கரசும் ஆளாள சுந்தரரும் பிறந்தருள உலதானால் நம்மளவோ பேருலகில் சிறந்த திருமுனைப்பாடு திறம்பாடும் சீர்பாடு. Like Tirunavukarasu Perumal, like Sri Nambiyarurar mentioned in this verse, we can also mention our Acharya, Sri Meganda Sivam and Sri Arulnandhi Sivam here. And the central country is said to have 22 towns. Tirutturayur is one of the 22 Sivastalas in the central country. This is the place where Nambiyarurar prayed to the Lord to grant him finance. And he was given a vision. The name of the Lord is Pasubadishwarar. Davanari Aludayar is the name mentioned in the inscription. The city is located on the south bank of the Tirupennai river, north of Tiruvedigai. It is 5 miles. It is 5 miles northwest of Pandrutti. This is the town where the railway station is located next to Viluppuram. This holy place is the incarnation place of our Acharya Murti. This is also one of the towns ruled by Kopperunjingam, who defeated Rajaraja Chola III and imprisoned him in Chetamangalam. In Tirutturayur, there lived for a long time Adisaiva Brahmins who were well versed in Siva Puja. Sri Sadangavi Sivacharya, the father-in-law of our Nambiyarurar, belonged to such a clan. After him, our Acharya incarnated in the 21st generation to his parents. His real name is Sri Sadasiva Sivacharya. The names of his parents are not known. He was given the sadhakanma and other rituals by the scholars of the Veda Agamas in accordance with the Adisaiva clan in which he was born, and also received the Vidyarama at the appropriate time. When he recited the Vedas, Vedangam, and other arts, furthermore, he received the Siva Diksha according to the rules. He studied the 28 Agamas and the 207 Ubagamas without any doubt and explained them to everyone as a scholar. Realizing that he was excellent in explaining the principles of education and knowledge in this way, the sags also had him perform the Acharya Abhishekam according to the clan system. As in the northern language, he was well versed in the southern language also. And he was a Siddhanta Selva by reciting the Tirumurai such as Devaram and others. He was esteemed by his devotion to Lord Shiva and lived a happy life by giving speeches on Sivagama, performing Ubadesha, and giving Diksha to the disciples of his clan. In the central country, the ancient town where Devakanya, Kamadhenu, and the white elephant worship Lord Shiva is called Pennagadam. The name of Lord Shiva, which has a temple here, is Sudarkoli Iswarar. Sudarkoli Kolundu Iswarar. Sudarkolundu Iswarar. The name of the temple is in this town is Tungani Madu. This is the place of Kalikamanayana. This is the place where Sri Marangana Sambandar, one of the Sandanacharyas, stayed. Appaswamigal sang the Tirupadigam and received the blessings of carving the marks of Shulamum Risabamum on his shoulder at this place. Gnanasambandha Swamigal orders those who want to do penance to worship at Tungane Mada. In this context, a wealthy man named Achyuta lived in the house of Velalar, also known as Kalapalar. He was a man of great distinction. His wife was a Mangalambigai. She was a sister of Kangeya Bhupati, the son of Sadayappa Velalar, who protected Kambar. Her hometown was Tiruvennalur. Achyuta Kalapalar, a wealthy man of the Saivaneri, was not able to have children despite having all the other riches. Our Saglagama Pandit was his Kulaguru. Achyuta requested his clan guru that he wanted a son. The guru performed pujas and tied a rope in the Tirumurai. Then the second verse of the Tiruvenkadu Tirupadigam, which was placed by Gnanasambandha Peruman, was found. The song begins with Peyadaya. Peyadaya Pirivaidum, Pillayinodu ulla ninai, ஆயினவே வரம் பெறுவர் ஐயுற வேண்டா என்றும் வேயினத்தோள் உமைப்பங்கள் வெண்காட்டு முக்குளனி தோய்வினையார் அவர்தமை தோயாவாம் திவினையே. According to the meaning of this song, Achyuta Kalapalar went to Tiruvenkadu with his wife and immersed themselves in the Mukkula water, and in a short time they had a divine child. His name was Svedana Peruman. This child grew up with his uncle's house in Tiruvennalur. He attained enlightenment at the age of 2. He was conquered by Paranjodi Mamunivar, who was going from Tirukailai to Podigai Hill. Gave him Upadesam and gave him the Diksha name of Megandar. He is the first Purachandana Acharya who gave the first Tamil wisdom text called Sivanyana Bodham, which explains the truth of the three elements in two major sections. He, who was incarnated for the second verse of Tiruvenkadu Tirupadigam, attained enlightenment at the age of 2 and revealed the wisdom text having two major sections. In this way, this Acharya, along with the worship of Polapillayar in Tiruvennalur, also taught Sivanyana Upadesam to his disciples. At this time, Saglagama Pandit, also known as Tirutturayur Sadasiva Sivacharya, arrived at Tiruvennalur. Everyone worshipped and welcomed him, but Megandar did not come. He did not come. Immediately, the Pandit came and stood where Megandar was. At the time, Megandar was explaining to his disciples the truth of the essence of Moolamala. An impulse arose in the heart of Saglagama Pandit. He came and stood before Sri Megandar Sivam. What is the nature of Moolamala? He asked. What is the nature of the Moolamala? He asked. Sri Megandar Sivam saw Pandit Sivacharya standing in front of him and asking questions. He realized his maturity. He realized by the grace of the Lord that he was worthy to be conquered by him. He looked at the person standing upright from head to toe and from toe to head, and pointed to the position he was standing in with the index finger of his right hand. The inner darkness of Sivacharya changed. Immediately, he fell down and prayed to the Lord Megandar to place his holy feet on his head. Immediately, Our Jnana Desigar gave him Sivadiksha, performed Jnana Abhishekam, and taught and clarified the teachings of Sivajnana Bodham. From that day on, our Sagalagama Pandit is known as Sri Arulnandhi Sivam. Thus, Sri Arulnandhi Devanayanar, the chief disciples of Sri Meghanda Devanayanar, did not leave his Acharya Mukti and lived in Thiruvannamalur, listening to all his teachings. Along with him, Tiruvadigai Manavasakam Kadandar and 47 other persons became disciples of Sri Meghanda Deva. Thus, under the leadership of Sri Meghanda Deva, according to Sri Arulnandhi Deva, along with 49, including Sri Arulnandhi Deva, along with 49 disciples lived in Thiruvannamalur and studied and immersed themselves in the Saivasidhandha and spread it to the world. In this situation, in the year of 1230, a man named Paramasivananda was born in a town called Marudur in the Central Kingdom, who came from Parasarasara clan, Maraya division, came to Pennagadam in search of Jnanadesika, who could recite and attain salvation. Our Acharya Sri Arulnandhi Sivam, who came to the same place, saw him. He fell at the feet of Acharya and prayed to save him. Knowing his maturity, Sri Arulnandhi Sivam made him his disciple and gave him the Diksha name of Sri Marañana Sambandha. He taught him the books of wisdom called Sivajnana Bodham, Sivajnana Siddhiyar, Iruba Irubadu, and after some time, he reached his place, Tirthurayur. Meanwhile, on the auspicious day of Aipasi Swadi, in the year of 1245, Sri Meghanda Deva lived in Sivananda Nittai and merged with Chinmayananda in the form of Lord Shiva. After 5 years, Sri Arulnandhi Sivam lived in the Sivananda Nishtai for a long time and merged with Chinmayananda in the form of Shiva in the Puram star of the month of Puratasi in the place of Tirthurayur. Sri Arulnandhi Siva, possessed by Sri Meghanda Siva, was a scholar of all the arts, including the Vedas, Sastras, Puranas, Kalais, Upanishad, Pradama Agamas, Uba Agamas, Tirumuregal, Sivajnana Bodha Sastras, and Sangapanuvals. So his books contains the essence of all of this. Like Sivajnana Bodham, Sivajnana Siddhya is divided into 12 sutras. The Sivajnana Siddhya is a textual work in the West form of Sivajnana Bodham. It consists of 2 parts, Parabhakam and Subhakam. Parabhakam discusses and refutes other religion doctrines. This book contains 301 verses. Sivajnana Siddhya Subhakam explains the rare and great Saivasidhandha insights. The section Alaviyal in it is very beautiful. Those who want to learn logical books must learn this Alaviyal. Guriñana Sambandar says, பார் விரித்த நூலெல்லாம் பார்த்து அறிய சித்தியிலே ஒரு விருத்த பாதி போதும். That means half of the song is enough to read and understand all the book in this world. பாதி விருத்தத்தால் இந்த பார் விருத்தமாக உண்மை சாதித்தார். By half a verse, he established the truth of the existence. That is what Thai Manavar says about the greatness of this book. 95% of the Saivasidhandha principles are in Siddhya. Hence, the saying says, there is no God superior than Lord Shiva. There is no God superior than Lord Shiva. And there is no scripture superior than Siddhi. சிவனுக்கு மிஞ்சிய தெய்வமும் இல்லை, சித்திக்கு மிஞ்சிய சாத்திரமும் இல்லை. Another book written by Sri Arulnandhi Sivam is Iruba Irubadu. It consists of 20 verses. In this book, which considers Meghanda Siva as Lord Shiva, Arulnandhi Siva explains many rare Saivasidhandha concepts and techniques. Some thoughts not found in Sivajnana Siddhya are raised as question in this book, and the way it is structured by including answers to them is really wonderful. I conclude our today's discussion now by worshipping and rejoicing at the feet of Srila Shri Gurumukha Sannidhanam, which gave him the privilege of contemplating and rejoicing the incredible life and wisdom of Sri Arulnandhi Sivam. Shiva Shiva Tiruchitrambalam.